Welcome back, everyone, to the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for September 2020, where I'm about to find out if anything nasty is here. Well, there's just a spider. Now, there's also a skeleton. Yeah, the skeleton's going to be the biggest problem, of course, assuming it hasn't despawned, since spiders aren't. Yeah, I don't like that skeleton there because I don't have any good way to have any armor because we're not allowed to make any armor, and you're not allowed to make a shield either because that would require metal, and they explicitly said no shields anyway. So no armor and no shields. That's going to make things quite a bit awkward. Now it's very interesting though that they very went out of their way to say no armor. They said no armor instead of no metal armor, which means that we can't even make leather armor, assuming, of course, we found enough leather to make it in the first place. So that makes it even tougher. So let's see. I'm hoping that Skelly will despawn or something like that. And while that's going on there, I might as well gather some of this. A, it'll give me a little bit of variety on the wood. And B, it might allow me to find any treasure chests that may be in here. I will presume that there will be a treasure chest or two. Now, I am, of course, wanting to use the treasure map to get stuff out of there, but... Oh, yeah. That little problem there. Let's see. Trouble is that skeleton is, of course, staying under the tree. But if the skeleton is able to reach me, then it sort of puts a crimp into my entire day because I can't do anything as long as that skeleton's there. And you think, well, how am I going to avoid having a completely useless episode if I've got a skeleton that's just blocking everything? Now let's see. What if I try something like this? How about taking the andesite? Actually, first, let's find the X. Oh, I need to head. Oh, I'm way. I need to head north anyway in order to get. Oh, of course, right by the skeleton. All right. So around this way. We'll head north, back around. I thought I was near the beach that had. Shows you how much I remember from yesterday. Let's see if I can get around here without the skeleton noticing me. Ah, this might be better into the right direction. Yeah. Might be able to handle a spider, but even then it could be a little bit tough. So let's see what I got here. We need to get a shovel out. If I'm lucky, any mobs in this area would have despawned. Alright, oh yeah, this is I think where I was attempting to dig last time. Right, yeah. Like this. Oh, this seems to be more in the area where it will be. I really someday should try to figure out exactly where those chests tend to be. Alright, there we go. Let's compare this to my map right now. I ain't completely hidden right now. Right around here. So you would think that right around here would be where the where the chest would be, but I don't see it. So obviously, I still haven't quite figured that out. And every time I find a chest, I'm so anxious to finish up with what I'm doing. I always forget to. Hold on. All right, now here is the chest. All right, good. Let me check this in the because usually I stop looking at the map once that happens. Look at that. This is where the X is. So it looks like the map, the chest is right at the base. Really? Hmm. I want to check this here. This is research. I know it's a strange bit of research to be doing right now, but I'm curious as to what's going on. Of course, the scale isn't perfect right now. Yeah, it seems like the back. All right, oh, I'm just too curious now. Curiosity. It needs to be satisfied, right? Now, let's see what we've got here. Yeah. All right, so if I am facing this direction here, yeah, that's facing pretty much directly here then. Yes, if I'm facing that direction, I'm pretty much on the base. That shows nothing there. That shows, I don't know. Maybe it's just the, well, all right. That's enough on that matter. Let's see what's inside the chest. Quite a bit, actually. But the metal is, of course, especially the, I don't know what I can do with the gold, but the iron's definitely good. The leather tunic is exceptionally what I'll be needing. All right, so I've got some armor there. The I'd want the salmon too. Emeralds will come in handy. Let's get rid of the diorite. Let's take the emeralds. We don't need that. Oh, I want my sticks back. Ooh, I know what I could do. I could put the sticks and charge it there. I could. Right, do I have torches in my? Yeah, I have torches, so I'll just convert the last piece of charcoal into there. Okay, good. And now I could take the salmon and the sugar cane and the emeralds all set on there. Now, look, there are several people who found a village right on the first day. So there's obviously a village somewhere. We are allowed to use information that we gain from other people's videos as long as it's either an earlier episode or the same episode that you've already completed. So what I know from this is that there is a village somewhere on this island. I think somewhere down in that direction, perhaps. I don't know because obviously they've done a lot more exploration I've done, and I just wasted an entire day dodging skeletons, going through that useless thing there, and of course that little scientific bit of research I was doing earlier. Now the ship is near where I was doing my mining last. Yes, that skeleton seems to have gone away, fortunately. Here's my little hidey hole. All right. So I'm going to have to use that tonight. But I do have. Ah, that looks like the direction probably where everybody went in order to find the village. They found all sorts of nice, useful items in there. And I, of course, forget all about it as soon as I wanted that treasure chest. And that treasure chest is going to provide me some useful things, fortunately. All right, so now let's see what we've got here. We have jungle planks. What do jungle doors look like? Uh, oh, I needed to get some acacia wood. Ow. Well, that was a major thing to have forgotten to do. Yeah. I got some spruce planks and some jungle planks. Oh, from the ship. So what I can do is I can make a chest because of course in all that stuff I forgot to actually take the chest while I was there. So let's grab I got a better idea. Let's do that. Good. That way I've got maximum saved. What do I need here? I don't need the andesite here. If I do find that village, it'll be nice to have those emeralds. Stone hoe, gold ingot. I don't know what I can. Oh, I can have that for barter with the piglins when I get into the nether, or at least I could use it to distract them. Now, if I could find a ruined portal, another one, then maybe I could get some there. Let's see. I have this for there. Do I have any eggs? I need to find some eggs, that's for sure. I don't need that. Sandstone I don't need. Sand. I'm going to need to find some coal. Coal's the big thing I'm going to be needing. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I was... There's the buried treasure map. So yes, I don't need that anymore. And actually, let's compare these two things. All right, here is the buried treasure. There I am. So that doesn't show too much in the way of things. And this thing, oh, actually, no, this is the island map. And this is back a little. So actually, this could become in handy then, because this shows that there's quite a bit of land going to the west. So that's the perfect place to explore, and maybe that's where that village is going to be. Uh, all right, so now let's get rid of the regular map. Keep the buried treasure map. Pumpkins, I put that with that. So if I get some eggs, I can make some pumpkin pie. I've got some of that for now. Fire charge, that could be useful when I build the portal. So I put that with the nether stuff. I'll put that flint and steel there too, even though I'm keeping one here. I want to get some coal. And that's the thing that I'm lacking right now more than anything else is coal. Let's see, I've got 8 of these left. Got 8 torches, and because I spent my last bit of charcoal on there, yeah, I'll have to clear out a little bit more inventory as things go on. Now let's see. Well, nothing else going on that way. Charcoal. Where would be a good place to find charcoal? And not charcoal, I mean regular coal, because that's what I'm really going to be needing is coal. A great deal of coal. Now, the object of this is, of course, to do as much, brew as many potions as I can, because the idea here is to become an alchemist without using anything, without building with metals. Actually, there is one thing I could build things with metal that aren't tools, and it's been ruled that a bucket is not considered to be a tool. Say tools are meaning things like pickaxes, axes, and stuff like that, because if we couldn't make a bucket, then we were pretty much at the mercy of finding a villager that could trade us one, such as a fisherman who could sell you a bucket of a type of fish, and if you can get a bucket of fish, then you just put the fish somewhere into a little bit of water, and suddenly you've got instant bucket. Of course, it'll cost a few emeralds, and of course you need to do a bit of. I think you need to do a bit of trading up though before you can get that trade anyway. So that'll make things a little bit awkward. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could build with iron without breaking the rules to this challenge. I don't think there are too many items. Oh, that thunderstorm really made me startle there. Right? Oh joy. Now, while that goes on, let's see. We need sand. I'll say, there you go. We'll just let that cook because we're going to need a great deal of glass. We are allowed to smelt glass or whatever you do with glass. Let's see. Melt glass, craft glass. Well, blow glass. Yeah, but that's. Well, they don't show the glass blowing, but I guess you forge glass. How about that? Since you use a glass forge in order to make it, right? So I guess it would be forge glass. Or I suppose that's a type of forge. So, or is it a forge or a yeah? Whatever. But this is going to be awkward with all this thunder going on in here. And, fortunately, we do now have. Actually, do I have any? Oh, more coal. All right. Actually, I think I have plenty of coal at the end of this episode, which would be nice. But I may have to start the next episode indoors, which is going to kill my chances of finding that village or anything else. You know, look how little I did in this episode when I had all the time in the world, but I was looking for a buried treasure, and that buried treasure had some handy stuff in it. But it means I didn't get too much else done. Alright, there we go, just to keep this from turning into a mob trap. Because last month I was trying to build a mob trap and it completely failed. This month I don't want to build one, and so I'm sure I'll completely succeed at making one. Because that's the way things like that go for me, right? Right. We don't need that. We don't need that. We got plenty of that right now. Cooked salmon. We'll keep that for now. I guess that's a good amount of everything. The golden sword, just in case I. Oh, it has mending to it. So that'd be one advantage. I'll probably usually stick to the stone axe due to the way my tactics usually operate. But there's always that going on in there. Okay, I've already got 16 glass. So we might as well just let that keep going. Now we could stick this into... Ah. We might as well... Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. 15 glass bottles. That would be nice for when we actually do some alchemy. I suppose we could just grab and get some water into it, which means you'll need a water supply. Interesting question. Can you make a cauldron? I don't think that's a tool, so I think we could do a cauldron. So here's a bucket. We'll definitely can make a bucket, and we'll be needing a bucket. And there's a cauldron. All right. I think we need to get some water into it before it's going to be too much use, but I could actually learn how a cauldron actually operates, which is one of the things that I really should be doing at some point, right? Okay, here we have gold nuggets. We've got enough to make one more gold ingot. Good. Said it could come in handy when we get into the nether because it will distract a piglin if you throw it. And if we don't have any gold armor, then distracting them and running away could be a good idea. Or at least distract them long enough so that I could get into a position where I'll be less likely to get killed. Now, unfortunately, they do carry crossbows, which could put a crimp in my possibilities of survival. There you go. Now, what all do we have left? Oh, it is the end of the episode. That's what it is. So I'll see you next time for the next episode of the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge for September 2020.